Hi everyone, my name is Rosario or Rosario Crochets. Welcome to my channel. It has been quite a bit since I last filmed. I think it's been like almost 5 months. I'm sorry I took like such a long time in between. I felt like I was just overwhelmed because I had so many WIPs going on, and when I do that I tend to not finish anything. I just keep making a new project after new project. But anyways, it is finally the new year, 2025. And I'm going to be showing you my WIPs, and I only have one finish off so far of 2025. It's the Chainette Turtleneck by Knits and Knots. I used a different yarn than she used in the pattern, but I used what was recommended, like a blown out chainy yarn. So I used this one, the KC Knit and Crochet Cloud Paca. It has 28% polyamide, 14% merino wool superwash, and 58% baby alpaca. It's their 50-gram balls, or 164 yards, or 150 meters. It's like this, just like this blown out yarn. It's a category 4 yarn. The yarn that she used in the pattern is Lion brand Chainette, and that's pretty almost like the same thing. You could even use probably Drops Air, just maybe if it's, trying to think if Drops Air is DK or worsted, but I'm pretty sure you could gauge swatch for that. But I love how it came out, how it just has this like, it's so fluffy and soft and warm. And I thought this type of fiber content, it would be itchy, but so far I haven't really been like, or I have to take it off, it's like irritating my skin. But I mean, everyone is different, so you could also just go with just an acrylic yarn or whichever. But I love it so much. I've worn it like a few times since I finished it. I made the size small medium and crocheted loosely. It's a little bit oversized for me, but that's how I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be just like a big fluffy sweater. The colorway for this yarn that I use is called Maple Sugar, but they have a bunch of other really pretty colors in that line at Joann's stores, and I think if not, it's online too. But in store there was like this really pretty like ice blue colors, but maybe I'll use it for a different project. Another reason why I decided to make the sweater is the designer Knits and Knots, or Janine Miska. Her patterns are always a go-to because they're super easy to read, thorough patterns. She's also size inclusive. Her patterns usually go from extra small to 5XL, and that's another reason why I like this designer. But that's my first finish off of 2025. And now let's go to my WIPs. Oh, and another goal of mine for the new year is to have at most 2 WIPs, max like 3. I think that is how I will actually finish stuff that I make, and not just have a bunch of unfinished unfinished WIPs all around. As you can see, I also want to use, instead of just buying the yarn that it requires for the pattern, or just buying new yarn for a pattern that I'm making, is to actually use the yarn that's in my stash. For my next WIP that I'm working on, right now. It's from the same designer, and it's from her book Modern Crochet Sweaters. It's 20 chic designs for everyday wear and includes 20 patterns in sizes extra small to 5XL. I think I have 2 WIPs from this book that I'm working on right now. I'm working on Whispering Pines, kind of like a raglan shaped sweater. This is what it's looking like. Doesn't look like much right now. I'm still working on the raglan increases, but I just have a few more rows left of the increasing, and then I'm gonna start the short row shaping, and then I think after that I'm gonna connect the body. But for this pattern I'm using woolies in the colorway Forest Green Heather. I don't think you can pick it up in camera, but it's like this pretty like pine colored, and it has flecks of like turquoise and gold, but I don't think this camera is gonna pick it up. But yeah, I'm making the size small because I wanted this one to be like a little bit more snug. I know it's not the pattern that I know it's not the yarn that she uses in the pattern, but I gauge swatched and I matched it, and but yeah, I'm really excited for this to be done because I think where I am in Central Texas, we're expecting some snow, I think Monday evening or Tuesday, so maybe I can have this finished by that time. And then for my next WIP that I'm working on from this book, it is the Emerald Valley Bell Sleeve sweater. Let me see if I can find another picture, like close-up of the sweater in this book. There's a little one that's like more close-up. It's also the one she's wearing on the cover of it, but the yarn that she's using in this pattern is Lion Brand Collection Superwash Merino in the colorway Hunter, and it's 100% superwash merino, but she says that it's a lightweight category 3 yarn, but if substituting that, she recommends using a sport weight category 2 or a heavy fingering weight category 1. So I started gauge swatching from these 2 yarns. This one is the Woolies recycled yarn. It's like way more thinner than the Woolies yarn. It says it's a category 4, but I think it's more on like the category 3 side. So I was gauge swatching for the Bell sweater in this one, and I wasn't quite meeting gauge for with the recommended hooks, so I started gauge swatching with this yarn. It's the Friends Cotton 8-4, 100% cotton. It's more of like a category, it says it's a category 1, but it's between like a 1 and a 2, and I was somewhat like meeting gauge a little bit more, but not quite with this yarn. But I only have about 7 skeins of this, and it's only 50 grams or 174 yards. So I'm not sure if I have enough, because I don't want to start the pattern like thinking I won't have enough and then having to buy more, like a skein or 2 from Hobie. So what I think I'm gonna do is stick with the Woolies Recycle because it's like on the lighter side. It's still not quite a category 4. It looks more like a 3. So I think I'm gonna go with this yarn, and I think I'm gonna cause let me double check the hook that she uses for this pattern is, let's see, 3.75, and it was a little bit off of gauge, so I think I'm going to definitely use probably a 3 and a 3.5 millimeter hook with this yarn. But I noticed when I was gauge swatching, it's like kind of like stiff, doesn't really drape, but maybe if I block it, I'm thinking, will I get more drape if I steam block or wet block? I don't know. I'll probably have to do my research on that, but hopefully it will drape a little bit more. But I mean, if it's not like too drapey, it's not really gonna be like a deal breaker to not use this yarn, because this yarn I definitely will have enough and I won't have to buy more skeins of this. But yeah, those are my WIPs so far. Like I said, I wanted to stick to at most 2 WIPs, max 3, because that way that will guarantee that I will actually finish my WIPs in time. And I know I said I wasn't going to buy any more yarn, but I promise. I definitely have a project in mind for this yarn. I was at Walmart, and I always have to browse the yarn section, and I saw this yarn. It's the Peaches and Cream stripey. It's like this like really beige like tones of like cream and beige and very like light gray, and I would think this would make such a pretty a summer top. And I already know what I want to make with it. It's the Pet Crochets like off the shoulder. I'll link it down below and also put like a picture right here. It's her off the shoulder top, and I think she uses category 3 yarn, if not Hobie yarn, but I'm not sure. I have to double check with the pattern. But this is in the color Linen. Super pretty, and I'm so excited to, I know that we're about to get snow, but I'm like really excited for spring to come around and summer, so I can crochet all like pretty like lacy cardigans and dresses, and maybe even some like cotton pants, because I really want to make the time to go to the beach this summer. I went last year at Port Lavaca, but it's not really like beach, like, yes, there's a beach there, but it's more of like, I guess kind of like a fishing spot, Port Lavaca seems like. But Port Aransas, I've been there I think once. I really want to go back. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm like really excited to start my spring summer. But I really, before I go into all that, I really need to finish this sweater first. I'm hoping to finish it before, if not by Monday night, but we'll see. I don't really want to push myself, because when I push myself to finish a project, I just get like, either I almost finish it, and then I just get like, ugh, like I'm tired of this project already. I've overworked myself, and then, or I will push myself to like really push myself to finish it, and then I'll finish it, a project, and then I'll just be like, oh, I don't want to work on like any more projects. Like, I'm gonna take a break from crocheting, and then before you know it, a couple months will go by, and then I will not have finished it, and then I'll start even more WIPS, and then I go through that cycle, and I really don't want to do that this year. I actually want to like finish the WIPS that I start within like a few weeks or even a month of what I'm going to be using them for. But yeah, that's me rambling of my 2025 WIPS that I have going on, and the sweater that I finished it. But yeah, let me go through my notes to see if I missed anything. I think that's about it. Yeah, like I said, I'm sticking to just a few WIPS, and I really need to get back into like recording more and kind of like sitting down, talking about like what I have going on, what I finished, and also vlogging, like if there's like a specific project that I want to vlog about. But yeah, I hope to, or I don't want to like make a promise, but I really am going to try to record more and vlog more. But if you're still here, thank you so much. Please, if you can, like, comment, subscribe. That would really help me out. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.